So, it's been a second. How are you guys? If you've been wondering where I've been, it's,
Sedna.
um, anyways, I decided to try throwing my hat into the SPEEDPAINT commentary ring. Thought it would be fun. I'm bad at transition.
Oh, hi, Bluey.
Okay, so for Bluey, I wanted her to have like a very welcoming yet rambunctious design. So I incorporated mostly like circles for her shape language, with some squares to play homage to her like original boxy shape. I haven't really drawn kids before, so getting the anatomy right was hard, but I focused on like giving her like extra big eyes, and I drew both of her ears instead of like the one that I normally do for a 3/4 angle, just to help with the extra cute look. I also wanted her to have like this charming, fluffy kind of hair, mixing the textured hair that I gave Bandit and the wavy hair that I gave Chili. I also used 2 tufts of this fluff at the top of her head to mimic dog ears. I thought that overalls and a t-shirt would be more fitting, as Bluey's an active kid and needs something a little more durable. I even added bandages to help enhance that, and gave her a hair clip to keep her hair out of her eyes. Even one of her socks is bunched down, because I feel like she's the type to not notice it for like a whole day until someone points it out to her. Also included a little pocket on the front of her overalls, because I imagine she would collect random items that she finds while she's outside with Bingo. Like rocks, flowers, sticks, anything really. And, no. Her shoes don't look like the Sims toddler sneakers. What are you talking about? Someone save me. To mimic back to her light blue stripe between her eyes, I colored the middle strand of her hair her iconic main blue, while keeping the rest of her hair the dark blue that she has on her ears and at the top of her head in her original design. I tossed up whether or not to have the light, nearly white blue as her overalls because it contrasted nicely with the hair, but I decided to keep the main blue to make it clear at a glance that this was meant to be Bluey. And then of course I also polka dotted the overalls to emulate her back spots, and after about 20 or so minutes I managed to design a little flower for her pocket. And I decided to try coloring the line art this time to help with the kid's show aesthetic, but I ended up really liking it, so much so that I'm planning to adapt it into my regular line art. Lastly, I ended up redoing the highlight in her hair to help bring out that texture just a pinch more, and with that, Bluey was done! Look at the baby. Look at it. You're not looking hard enough. I really wanted to focus on a cute design for Bingo. Something that would make you go, oh yeah, the baby. Oh yeah, little baby. When you look at it. So I focused on mostly circles for her design. Normally when designing a character I choose 2 shapes, but considering that she is younger, it doesn't have as fully of a developed personality yet, I stuck with the 1. I gave her big ears once again to help her look younger, and in order to mimic her dog ears, I decided to style her hair into pigtails. Resembling the spots on her head, I gave her a middle part that was tucked into both of her ears, and admittedly on accident, Bingo ended up having the straightest hair in the family, which I like to imagine she inherited from one of her grandparents and wasn't just a fluke because I forgot hair physics. Even though Bingo is a very chaotic child, she seems to be better at keeping herself tidy compared to others her age. Because of this, I felt Chili would enjoy dressing her up a little bit more than she's able to with Bluey, hence the ruffle skirt and matching tank top. I also had a little heart patch because come on, baby deserves a heart patch. And again, her shoes were inadvertently inspired by Sims toddler shoes. To make her resemble Chili just a little bit more, I made her skin slightly lighter than Bluey's, and of course gave her freckles because child outside a lot, child get freckles. I struggled a bit with shading her top since even though it's kind of ruffle-like, I wanted the bottom to look like petals and the sleeves to resemble bird or fairy wings, somewhat inspired by the episode Fairies. Eventually I was able to get them to look okay, but hey, that's Bingo! You must now sacrifice your firstborn to her.
It's done! I'll come back later.
For Chili, I wanted to use circles and triangles. I planned to give her a pear-shaped body like I had with Bingo, but halfway through the sketch I realized I forgot and ended up having to use the liquify tool to correct it after I had already finished the sketch. She ended up with a more pear-leaning hourglass shape than a true pear shape, which is admittedly on me. But I did, however, remember that I wanted to give her hip dips because god damn it, she deserves them. I was debating whether to keep her expression from the reference or to make her look a little more nervous since we know she has trouble fully letting go and relaxing, but I ended up sticking with just a smile. I did the same thing with her hair that I did with Bluey's to mimic the stripe down the middle of her face. I actually didn't have that design for Bluey before, but I like it so much on Chili that I decided to incorporate it into Bluey's design. I wasn't really sure how much bounce I wanted to give her hair since I was trying to show that she's dancing, but I ended up keeping it with a little less for more readability. Out of the main healer family, she feels the most put together, so I wanted to style her the best, but I also wanted to make her outfit feel practical. She's wearing a belt that tucks into the shirt, and I cropped her pants to help avoid getting them dirty from anything on the floor. I gave her yellow Converse to look like her original paws, but instead of the usual Converse logo, I put a little paw print because, come on, it's cute. And she's a mom. I made sure to include a decent amount of pockets so that she would have enough space to hold onto anything Bluey and give her to hold while they're out. And then I also gave her little faux pearl earrings and some baby lashes. She originally had a bag in her development design, but I decided to leave it out in the final image so that her cardigan could flow more to better show her dance. I had her cardigan as that light yellow at first, but ended up switching back to the orange later on for the same reason I kept Bluey's overalls blue. I tried polka dots on her cardigan, but it didn't quite look mature enough for Chili's taste. So instead I tried out some pattern brushes that I'd recently downloaded for Artfight until I found something I liked, and I ended up with this interesting little dash pattern. As I mentioned in the Bluey section, I gave Chili wavy hair. In Dragons, her hair seemed a little longer and had a curly or wavy texture to it. Since her hair seems to be shorter now, I gave her a bob, something she can still mess with, but it's not too long so it won't get in the way. I also like to think that she cut it shortly after Bluey was able to start grabbing at it, but that's just between you and me. You might notice I had the shading on her left arm and hand a little too dramatic at first, and I had to go back and fix it once I realized. And that's sad, honestly, because I thought it looked pretty cool, but it really didn't make sense with the rest of the drawing. If I really wanted to, sure, I could have gone back and shaded the rest of her dramatically, but then she wouldn't match with the rest of her family, and I definitely didn't want to go back and shade Bluey and Bingo again. So, farewell to the dramatically shaded arm. You will be missed. But that's Chili for ya. What resides in her pockets is unknown to all, even her.
Can I help you? I wish you could, mate.
Bandit was the most challenging, you could say. For one, I don't draw dad bods that often, and I wanted to try to get that right. And then there was also that his pose was not at all easy to nail, as you could tell by how much I had to wiggle him around. I wanted to incorporate mostly squares and some circles into his design, as well as to make sure he was both the tallest and the biggest of the four. He actually ended up a little taller than I intended, but I don't think Chili's complaining. I also gave him moderately textured hair, something like a 3A or maybe 3B, because I like the idea of him being a native Australian. And because Bandit is an archaeologist, even though he should be called a paleontologist because he digs up bones and not artifacts, I gave him freckles, because he's outside a lot. Before he met Chili, I felt like he had a more carefree fashion sense. Like I'll just wear whatever shirt I find on the ground, as long as it doesn't smell terrible, it's fine kind of thing. But after meeting Chili, she would have helped refine his style a little bit, and he no longer wears a shirt 3 days in a row. However, he still wants to be comfy above all else, hence the cargo shirts and tie-dye. Shout out to my partner for the tie-dye idea. I also totally wasn't picturing their dad when I drew Bandit. I gave him a silver earring since he's the more carefree parent and he probably had a wild college phase knowing him. And I also gave him dog tags because, come on, get it? Don't you get it? He's a dog in the original, so it's fun. You get it? Because he's a dog. But I also like to think they could either have the names of his kids on them or something he and his brothers could have gotten when they were younger. I very much wanted him to commit the fashion sin of wearing socks with sandals, so I had to go back and erase the toes from the drawing. Which is sad to me, not for that reason, dear God, but because I've never drawn toes that well. But alas, I had to commit to the bit. The tie-dye was also pretty difficult to figure out. I ended up looking up a tutorial and then having to use the liquify tool to make him look less like a character on Chowder.
Breakfast!
Bandit was actually the first character that I tried the style of coloring hair on because I wanted to show that he was starting to go gray. And I liked how it turned out so much that I just used it on everyone. I also ended up fixing his mouth so he actually looked like he was smiling and not trying to hold him fluffy. To make his eyes stand out more against the dark blue hair and the darker skin, I gave him yellow eyes. Sure, it's not a normal eye color, but hey, who cares? Kids don't have naturally blue hair last I checked. As you might have seen, I had been shading all these characters with just one layer, but I had to make an exception for Bandit's hair because it just wasn't showing up well enough at the low opacity, barely even showed up at 60. And sadly, once again, I had to remove some cool, dramatic shading. Side note, while rewatching Bandit Speed Paint, I had some very dramatic classical music playing, and it made it look like drawing Bandit was some huge accomplishment. It was like... But that's Bandit, and here he is with the rest of his family.
What did I do?
Yeah! Come back here, guinea pig!
But hey, that is all from me. Let me know what you guys thought, and if you have any other things you want me to draw or humanize, or really anything, feel free to say. Shout out to my partner, Drimian, for helping me with like anatomy and stuff with this video, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.